Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This video is requested video from my viewers. Many of you wants the video of ITR filing in English. So here is the video. I'm going to show you the full process about how to file your income tax return in case of salaried person, and salaried person have to file ITR 1. So here you can see live how I'm filing the income tax return, and you can file yourself by watching this video. On the screen you can see I already opened the website, which is www.incometaxindia.efiling.gov.in, as you can see on the screen. And on the screen you can see a date is appeared, which is the due date to file your income tax return, 31st July 2018. So make sure you file your return before 31st July 2018 to avoid late fees and penalty. And if you subscribe to our channel, then we will send you reminders about the due date of ITR filing so that you cannot miss your income tax return. Before proceed to the video, my request is, if you like my videos, then give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share with others so that they can also file their return themselves. Please do subscribe. You will have to collect your documents like your form 16 from your employer, your 26 AS, your bank statements, your salary slips, your PAN number and Aadhaar. These are the basic documents required for ITR filing. Then I'm going to show you an Excel sheet. On the screen you can see a computation sheet which is prepared by me. If you enter all your data in this computation sheet, then it will become very easy to file income tax return in one go. Here is one more sheet you can see on the screen. This time income tax department required some more information about the salary. I am going to tell you what are the details. Final detail required in income tax return are salary excluding all allowances, perks and profit in lieu of salary, then allowances not exempt, then value of perquisites, profit in lieu of salary and deduction under section 60. These details you cannot get from your form 16, so for this purpose we prepared this Excel sheet. Link of this is below the video. You can get this sheet to prepare your income tax return data. I'm going to show you form 16. On the screen you can see this is the form 16 in which salary details are not as required in the ITR 1. So how you will have to prepare this final sheet? This is a very easy way which I make for you. You will have to enter your salary details, monthly salary details like salary plus bonus plus overtime plus arrear. Month wise you will have to enter, because maybe there is difference in a monthly salary like you can see on the screen. So here I have put it all the figures from my salary slip, because my salary is different in every month. In this way you will get the details of part 1. You will have to enter the data only in the yellow fields. Then another field is form 16 details. I filled these details exactly as per my form 16. I am going to show you. In my form 16 it is written salary as per provision contained in section 17(1), which is 19,14,000. I put exact figure here. Then value of perks, this is also in my form 16. Profit in lieu of salary, allowances exempt under section 10. I'm going to show you in your form 16. Here is allowances exempt under section 10. You will have to enter these details. I already bifurcated these allowances, so you will have to enter the figures as per the bifurcations about the allowances, and then deduction if any in your form 16. Here you can find the deduction. So you will have to enter up to this portion in the Excel sheet, and your final details required in income tax return will be prepared automatically. After preparing final details required in income tax return, I prepared my computation, which you can see. These data arrives from this sheet. I already linked it with the sheet of salary details, so my salary details are prepared. Then if you have any income from house property, you can put all the data in this sheet. If you received any rent, then you will have to enter here, and if you have taken any loan on house property or housing loan, then you will have to enter interest on borrowed capital here in the sheet. Then if you have any income from other sources like other income, interest on FD and interest from bank, then you will have to enter here, and then your gross total income will arrive, and then enter your deductions like LIC, PF, tuition fees, housing loan principal or other for section 80C. Then 80CCD is for NPS, National Pension Scheme, 80D is for Mediclaim, and 80TTA is saving bank interest up to rupees 10,000 is exempted from tax, so you can get deduction under section 80TTA up to rupees 10,000. Here in my case, interest from bank is rupees 5,000, which I added in my income, and then I taken deduction under section 80TTA. So in this way I prepared my all the details in advance, and now I am going to file my income tax return. To file your income tax return, you will have to go the website which I already told you, www.incometaxindiaefiling.gov.in. The link of this website is also in the video description below, and in this website you will have to log in your account, and if you are a new user then you will have to first register yourself, and then you will have to click on the login. I have my login ID and password, so I am going to click on the login, and user ID will be your PAN number, password whatever you chosen, and then you will have to enter captions and then click on the login. So I am going to enter my details and login on the income tax web page. So this is my dashboard, and on the dashboard you can see a timer here. This timer is very important because after this time your session will be automatically log out. So while filing your return you will have to save your data after some time so that your account will not log out automatically. So here is an option to file income tax return. Filing of income tax return, you will have to click here to file your ITR. After clicking, you can see here are the option. Number 1 is your PAN. You can check your PAN number, which is automatically appeared here. Then assessment year, I am going to choose 2018-19. ITR form name, because we are filing ITR 1, so I am going to choose ITR 1. Submission mode, we are preparing online, so we have to choose prepare and submit online. Then there are some more options which are very important and useful for you. I am going to show you one by one. If you file your income tax return online, the main benefit about filing online is that some data can be auto populated either from your latest ITR, from your form 26AS or from form 10E. So if you want to enter these type of data automatically, like employee category, civil code, type of house property and bank details, these details will come from your last ITR. So you will have to tick on the select button, so I am going to tick here. Then salary details will come from your 26AS. If you want to tick, you can. Income from other sources also came from your 26AS if you tick here, and tax relief under section 9 which require your form 10E. so if you filled form 10E, then you can tick here. So this is optional. If you want to choose some data from latest ITR or from 26AS, then click on this button, otherwise you can skip this. Then here are some more options about e-verification of income tax return. Right now we are choosing the option I don't want to e-verify this return. That doesn't mean that you will not verify your return. After filing your return, still you can e-verify your income tax return. I will tell you how you can e-verify your income tax return. So I am going to choose this option and I am going to continue. After clicking on the continue button, you can see here are some instructions. If you want to read them, you can read. These are the basic instruction. Most important is save draft. You will have to save your data after some time so that you will not lose your data, because this timer will be of 15 minutes only, and if you click on the save draft, this timer will again start. So this is the main thing. You will have to click on the save draft button again and again. Part A is about your journal informations. Your PAN number, your name, your Aadhaar number, your date of birth, your email ID and address you will get from your latest ITR. Some details are editable, like your mobile number, your email ID and your address. So if you want to edit these details, you can. Then in the end of the page, so you will have to choose employer category. There are options: government, public sector, other or not applicable. So my employer category is others, so I am going to choose others. Then return field under section 139(1). You will have to choose now 139(1) because we are filing before due date. Then original or revised, we are filing original return, but if you are filing revised return, then you will have to choose revise. then nothing else you will have to choose. Now we came on the another sheet, which is computation of income tax. This is important sheet, and now you will have to enter your data from the computation sheet which we already prepared. So I am going to enter my data. In my case, salary excluding all allowances is 9,09,115. So I am going to enter. Then allowances not exempt in my case are 6,07,668. Then value of perquisites, in my case these are 500. In your case it is 0, then enter 0. Profit in lieu of salary, in my case is 0, so 0 is okay. Then deduction under section 16 are 0, so 0 is okay for me. Then the next income column is type of house property. Because I have taken housing loan only, so I am going to choose self-occupied property, but if you let out your property, then you will have to choose let out property. In case of housing loan, choose self-occupied, and I am going to enter interest payable on borrowed capital here. So in that way you will get income chargeable under the head house property. Income from other sources, I already entered my interest from saving bank 5,000 in income from other sources. So I am entering 5,000 here. Then here are the deductions. You can see these are very important. You will have to carefully choose your deduction. First is section 80C. It includes life insurance premium, deferred annuity, contribution to provident fund, subscription to certain equity shares, and tuition fees, principal repayment of housing loan, etc. Many things come under section 80C, and the limit of section 80C is 1,50,000. You can see in my case I have deductions like LIC, housing loan principal, and some others. So the total of these deductions is 1,58,407, but the restricted 1,50,000 is allowed. So I am entering 1,50,000. Then 80CCC, 80CCD1, 80CCD1B and 80CCD2 are related to pension fund contribution, and I have detailed video about these sections. If you want to see, I already linked this video in this I button. You can watch before entering the details in this section. Section 80CCC, 80CCD1 are the part of section 80C. I mean the limit of these three sections will be 1,50,000 in total. 80CCD1B is if you voluntarily contribute in the NPS. So here in my case you can see I have NPS contribution, so I am going to enter 50,000 rupees here. Then the next deduction is about 80CCG, investment made under an equity scheme. So if you have this type of investment, enter your details. Then 80D is about Mediclaim. So if you have taken any Mediclaim policy for yourself and your family or your senior citizens, you will have to get the benefit for the Mediclaim deduction. In my case, you can see 80D Mediclaim is 40,648, which is for self, family and senior citizens. So I am choosing self and family including senior citizen parents, and I am going to enter the deduction. This is 40648. Then next deduction is about 80DD, maintenance including medical treatment of a dependent who is person with disability. Then 80DDB, medical treatment of specified diseases. 80D is interest on loan taken for higher education. So if you have taken any loan of higher education, then interest deduction is allowed under section 80E. 80EE is interest on loan taken for residential house property. If you want to know about this section in detail, then the video of this section is here on the I button. Click on this button to watch this video. Then next section is 80G, donation to certain funds. Section 80G is having a separate sheet above. You can see here is a separate sheet for 80G. You will have to enter your details here first about any donation if you make. Then automatically the details of 80G will be shown here. You will not have to enter the details here. Then 80GG is for rent paid 80GG a certain donation for scientific research or rural development, 80GG donation to political party, 80RRB royalty on patents, 80QQB royalty income of authors of certain books, 80TTA is income from interest on saving bank accounts, which I already told you that amount of interest from saving bank accounts up to rupees 10,000 is exempt from tax. And in my case, in income from other sources, rupees 5,000 is for saving bank interest. So I am going to take the deduction under section 80TTA of rupees 5,000. Then the section is 80U in case of person with disability. If you are a person with disability, then you can take deduction under section 80U. So I already fill all the details of my deductions and my income. Now you can see system automatically calculated the tax. So this is the main benefit to file income tax return online. All the details will get filled automatically, and you will have to click on the save draft button. Don't forget to click on the save draft. So your tax is automatically calculated. You can check your tax. Now we are moving to the next sheet. In tax detail sheets, many details will automatically filled from your 26AS, and here is one more option. Note, please click on the refresh button to get the TDS, TCS or IT details as available with e-filing. You can click on the refresh button and your details will be automatically entered here from your 26AS. In my case, you can see my income chargeable under the head salary is 19,14,500 and my tax deductives is 1,95,930, which is correct. I already checked my 26AS. Schedule TDS 1 is for detail of tax deducted at source from salary. Schedule TDS 2 is detail of tax deducted at source from income other than salary. So if you have any FD, fixed deposit, and bank deducted your income tax, then that will show here. In case of your employer, your tax deducted by your employer will be shown here. Schedule TDS 3 is for detail of tax deducted at source as per form 26QC furnished by the deductor. And schedule TCS, here are details about the TCS, and then schedule IT, detail of advance tax and self-assessment tax. These details you will have to fill yourself. In case you pay any tax before filing your return, first you will have to enter the details of challan like BSR code, date of deposit, serial number of challan and tax paid. Then you will have to proceed for your e-filing. After tax details, we came to the sheet taxes paid and verification. Here you can see total taxes paid in my case is 1,95,930. Amount payable is 0 and refundable amount is rupees 10. So make sure you check these details, because if any amount is payable in your case, then you will have to first pay the tax and fill the details of this paid tax in your ITR form and then proceed for the submission. And in case of refund, please check your details carefully. So in that way, your amount payable and refundable will be calculated automatically by the system, and you will have to cross check all your details before submitting your return. Then we came to exempt income schedule, which is very important. Here you can see it is written exempt income for reporting purposes. You will have to fill the details if you have any exempt income, like under section 1038 exempted long term capital gain, then enter here. Section 1034 exempted dividend income. Agriculture income if less than rupees 5,000, then you will have to show here. And then other details. This is very important. Please see carefully what I am doing. As you can see in your form 16, here is detail allowances to the extent exempt under section 10, which in my case is 3,97,182, which is more than 10% of my salary. So in case your exempt allowances under section 10 is more than 10% of your salaries, then you will have to enter the details of your exempt allowances here in the mentioned detail of others, which is for reporting purpose exempt income. So we have to show exempt allowances here in the others. You can select from the drop down list. There are bifurcations for leave travel allowance, remuneration received as an official, allowances or perks paid or allowed as such outside India, death cum retirement gratuity here under section 1010, 10A commuted value of pension received, earned leave and cashman retrenchment compensation and amount received on voluntary retirement, sum received under a life insurance policy, statutory provident fund, recognized provident fund, approved superannuation fund, house rent allowance, and then section 10.14.1 and 14.2. If your allowance is not fall in the above categories, then find in under section 10.14.1 and 10.14.2. Then income by way of interest, scholarship granted, allowances, MP, MLA or MLC, award instituted by government, pension received by winner of Paramveer Chakra, family pension received. And if you not find allowances in the above list, then choose any other, enter the description and enter the amount. So I'm going to enter my allowances. In my form 16, you can see here is house rent allowance, which is 3,50,782. I have to enter house rent allowance. 3,50,782. The next allowance is children education allowance, which comes under section 10.14.2. So I'm going to add my detail, selecting section 10.14.2, and I'm entering the amount 1200. Then you can see the other allowances 40,1200. You will have to take the details of other allowances, bifurcation of other allowances from your employer, because you will have to enter the bifurcated details of other allowances here in the exempt income. So I'm going to add my details in these other allowances. My conveyance allowances also include, so I'm going to choose again section 10.14.2, because conveyance allowances including in section 10.14.2, it's in my case is 19,200. Then I'm going to add uniform allowance, which I'm getting under section 10.14.1, which is 6,000 in my case. And then I'm going to add in other allowances, my medical reimbursement is also included, and there is no option for medical reimbursement, so I'm going to choose any other. I am adding the description medical reimburse, and I'm going to add 15,000. So you can see my allowances exempt amount is 3,97,182, which is also in the ITR 3,97,182. So I added my exempt allowances detail, bifurcated detail here in the exempt income. This is very important. You will have to add this detail, otherwise you will get the error that your salary income is less than 90% of reported in 26 AS. Check your data and you will not be able to submit your return if you not filled these details. So make sure you filled your exempt allowances details here in the ITR 1, and don't forget to save draft. So I entered these details, and then now move on to the part E, other information. Here you will have to enter your bank account details. First bank account detail is the main account in which you want your refund in case of refund. So make sure you enter your correct data about your bank account details, which includes IFSC code, name of the bank and account number. If you have one or more bank account, then enter the details in other bank account. Same IFSC code, name of the bank and account number. So add your bank account details here, and then in the end you can see verification, where your name, your father name, your PAN number will be shown by the system, and you will have to enter here as capacity, enter individual, and enter your place of address, and then your this sheet is complete. Make sure to save draft. ATG, I already told you about ATG. If you make any donation, charitable trust or any charitable organization, then you have to enter the details of donation to take the benefit of amount of donation. So in that way your return will be completed. After checking all the details again, you can check your details again. Then you will have to click on prepare and submit button. That doesn't mean that your return will be submitted after clicking on this button. If you click on this button, you can see a page appear. This page you can also download in the PDF. Here is a tab, click here to download the preview PDF. So you can download this page in PDF also, check your details, and if you find the details right, then you have to click on the submit button, and after submitting your ITR will be submit. In that way you can file your ITR. I hope now you can easily file your income tax return ITR 1 yourself. And if you want how to e-verify your return yourself, then I have video on this, and I already linked it in the I button. Please click on this link to e-verify your return. After filing your return, it is mandatory, either you will have to send your return in hard copy to Bangalore or you can e-verify. So this is the mandatory thing which many persons forgot after submitting the return. After submitting the return, your ITR view acknowledgement you can find on your email ID also, which you provided while filing your income tax return. So this is the whole process. I hope you find this video helpful. If you find it helpful, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and please share with other persons who want to file their return. And if you belongs to a region where you don't understand Hindi language, then please share this video with them so that they can file their return there on. Thank you for watching everyone. Bye.